What's up, guys? It's Eric from Green Owl Motors here, and I'm super excited because we're about to have a 2000 Mazda Miata with 50,000 miles be dropped off. Now, we got this car for a customer. He ordered it through Owlvision, one of the programs we have going on here, where essentially you order the car that you want, and we turn over the keys once it's ready to go. So, with that being said, transporter should be here any second. We'll get that car. Oh, I think I heard him. Yo, I definitely heard him. You see this transporter back there? All right, guys, let's get over here. That should be it. Heck yeah, that is definitely it. Oops. I got my video on video right here. What's that, guys? Hey, how's it going, my man? Is this, you got more cars you got to transport, or this? Yeah. Oh, yeah? Oh, you just go, huh? That's cool. Beautiful Mazda Miata. So, transported from Temecula. Super amped. So this is the first time I'm seeing the car ever. Yeah, I never saw it. So it's nice. It's really nice. It's got good tires. The interior is gonna clean up. I know it's missing the radio and a little center bezel, but should clean up real good. Yeah. You already know. So. Man, isn't that a beautiful Miata? So let's go pull it up, see what's going on with it, and because again, this is the first time I'm checking it out. It's beautiful in person, so we got ourselves a really good car. Just a little bit of maintenance, and then Joey can come pick up his car. But let's zoom around and see what's up. All right, so now that we're in the car, so we were already 100% aware of the radio missing, and then the center console right here. And the check engine light that the car has, but that'll all be addressed before it gets into the customer's hands. Oh, this is cool. It's a Nardi steering wheel. I don't think I've ever realized that ever in my life. We wanted an automatic. We didn't want a manual transmission. Yes. One of the belts is squealing right now. So, but that's cool. That's easy. Oh shit, check engine light went out. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Alright, let's get this thing parked. Let's turn off. AC works. That's great. It's awesome. Alright, so we're gonna park it for the day. I don't have all the... Oh shit, the center console's back there. Awesome. So that's perfect. The radio might even be in the trunk. So we're gonna park it for now, and then we're gonna come back to this car. But for now, great score. Super excited. Cool, windows work. Oh, I'm gonna have to lube the window tracks, but that's awesome. All right, he's trying to head out of here. Oh, okay, cool, he's got it. Transporters are crazy. They get themselves in a lot. All right, so what's actually happening today with the Miata? So purchasing this Miata, I'm not sure if I already took content of it, but this entire display right here, this little piece is broken. The OEM radio is missing, and then the pocket is missing, but all the wiring harness is good to go. So everything has been ordered out as far as new radio. I have a Pioneer right there, a new bezel to go in here. Customer only wanted just a single DIN, just for sake of cleanliness, easy, not have someone, steal his radio, things like that. And then we have the center console in the rear. But we have the new harness. We're going to solder everything together, connect everything up, install the cage, put the radio in, the new pocket, then install the center console. And then everything as far as the interior goes, it's complete. I mean, I need to shampoo the carpet just because it's tan or beige. But other than that, clean off just a detail after that. But other than that, we're gonna get this started now and get it done. All right, so we have everything here for the radio. So we have a new Pioneer radio, just a single DIN. We have the wiring harness right here. This is the charging cable for the soldering pencil. Let me show you what that looks like. It's pretty neat. So it just runs on just USB-C. It's very small, compact. So you just pop that right in there. You got a temperature gauge right here you can adjust, and then USB-C right here on the back end. So that makes soldering really easy. We have a solder, a couple of very short screwdrivers. Now we're going to solder everything together, use heat shrink, and then it'll be a nice professional install. And the car will come equipped with Bluetooth to drive around, stuff like that. We didn't want anything too fancy, just something simple that runs Bluetooth, that comes with an amp, and plays across the Bose system inside the car. So we're good to go. We're gonna get this all started up. And then this right here is the pencil. So you plug this soldering pencil. So you plug that in. So power settings, soldering settings, sleep mode, user interface, advanced settings. So pretty cool. No battery or anything like that. Just disconnect. It's good to go. So, and I found my little Grinnell motor glass. I don't drink out of it. It's just a gift someone made for me. 6 of these. So that's pretty cool. All right, so cool. We're at a point now where we can just plug and play into the existing unit. The only thing that's not applicable are the wires that I've left off to the side. And then the black one is just the ground, so we'll ground that somewhere on. So there goes the Miata, and it's never had a radio, so we're gonna hop in here and hopefully it's plug and play and we're good. All right, so at this point, we just need this radio bezel, and looks like the job is complete. So let's walk you over to the Miata. And we're gonna hop in here. Everything's installed, as you can see. Let's clip this thing. All right, that's awesome. So the radio is finally installed. Let me actually turn on the keys so you guys can see. Looks awesome. There we go, we're up and running. So I wanted to take that really quick and remove it because of copyright, but everything's all installed and she looks great. So super happy with the install. It fits the interior very well, and that's exactly what we were aiming for. Something simple, something clean, something that had Bluetooth. So this definitely did it. All right, so I'm out of here for the night. I'm on my way to Rancho Cucamonga. So I just dropped the top on the car. I'm gonna enjoy that drive out there, turn up the music, and get some good miles on this car. So I've driven it 120 miles so far. So this will get a good 45-minute drive each way right now. And this car has something called a pre-cat. And only the 99 to 2000 have it. So someone just posted one up. I'm gonna go pick it up, get it installed on this car, and then she'll be ready. Damn, it's like really nice out here. All right guys, so it's the next morning and the trunk looks crazy. So we got the cat in there, the center console, the radio. We just installed the radio, and I'm on my way to FC Garage in Fullerton to have the exhaust manifold installed. But first, we're gonna, so right here, you press that, right here you press that, and then, so get you a good view of what the car's looking like. So there's no check engine light on the cluster, or on the dash, but when I first picked up the car, I had to check engine light for P0421, which was for the pre-cat. Now, if it threw it once, it's gonna throw it again. It's been 210 miles since I reset it, and code still has not populated. But we're gonna swap the other cat on here because we know it's good, and we don't want the customer, in this case Joey, driving around with something that is going to fail on him. All right, and like I said, we are taking off and on our way to Fullerton to get the cat installed, and then the customer should be picking up this car here probably about end of the week. Today is Tuesday, and I anticipate this being in his hands by Friday or Saturday, at least this weekend. So we're pretty much good to go. Just finalize the detail, swap out the cat to make sure it doesn't throw any check engine codes, and other than that, we're solid. What I'm doing now is actually gonna clean the leather off of these seats, or the dirt off of these seats. So we're gonna get it tacked. You can see a little bit of the black on them, so we'll get this attended to now. All right, so we've just pulled up over here at FC Garage. This is the pre-cat that we got, so that's a huge plus, because I've been ordering cats, but they weren't California compliant, so the orders have been canceled out. So that's awesome that we have that. Gonna rectify everything, and right now I'm actually doing the interior, so you'd see the difference between that seat. It's pretty black, and then this seat right here, that's nice and pretty much detailed up, but we got a little more work to do here, and then we haven't even started over there. And then this is perfect because you can see the difference between the driver's seat and the passenger seat. And right now I'm just letting the product kind of sit in there, get the dirt and the grime up, and then we'll use this and clean it all up, make quick work of it. Well, sometimes I do things like, what's an extra 8 bolts? So took everything out, going to shampoo the carpet, clean everything up, and then reinstall the seats. We just cleaned the seats, so once everything goes in, man, this car's gonna look amazing. All right, so now that everything's been vacuumed up, we're gonna spray the interior with some interior cleaner, let it soak a little bit, and then we have the shampooer right here to be able to address the interior. It looks worse on camera, actually. In real life, it doesn't look that bad, but you know how tan is, and black and everything else, so get this all cleaned up now. All right, so this is where we're at on the Miata. So the front seats, everything's been detailed, carpet has been shampooed. So I haven't done this back area, so I still got to get in there, get that all done. But as you can see, the interior is really nice and clean. Got behind the seats, got that all shampooed, vacuumed up. So she's almost ready. So from here, I'm gonna attack this, but before that happens, Juan's gonna install the pre-cat on this car. But for now, this is where we're leaving it. We'll do a stage 2 detail shortly, and then we'll do a nice wax and polish and everything else before this car gets turned over to Joey. All right, so you guys saw the Miata. I left it at the shop yesterday. We're gonna pick up some parts, actually just some fasteners and hardware, and then the car is all buttoned up and ready to go. So car's already been detailed, reconditioned, cleaned up the front seats, rear seats, well, no rear seats, I guess, but the rear section behind the seats, the top, everything's been nice, clean, and detailed. And now it's just a matter of getting these fasteners put on the car, doing some drive cycles, drivability, make sure the car is true, good, and get it over into Joey's hands. And from there, it's history. So we scored a beautiful, beautiful Mazda Miata. You guys have seen it getting ready in this video, and it should go in our customer's hands here any day now. All right, so let me show you what's happening right now. So I'm pressure washing the back carpet bit that goes right back in this section now. I unpinned all of these all the way across. There's like 17 of them, a couple bolts on the sides, and I'll show you why we're doing that. So there is a big questionable kind of like stain right here. Not necessarily stain, but it was something like this, and it was just gross. So I decided to remove this entire carpet. Right now I am using the pressure washer to pretty much get all the filth off. Then I'll hit it with shampooer and different products to get it nice and clean. Then once it dries, we'll put it back in the car. But for now, it's kind of what we're doing. And the reason that this came out is it's a pain to get it out, but it's really hard to clean back there. There's not enough space. So that's what's happening at this point. So let me get that going and finish it up. All right, so that's where it was removed. We got it all shampooed and everything sitting out here in the sun. So once that's nice and dry, then we'll be able to probably spot clean it one more time and then install it back into the car. So, all right, so there it is. Everything is good and installed, shampooed. Because of the shade, it looks a little different, but came out really, really well. All right, guys. Now I know this engine bay is dirty. I haven't got down here and detailed it yet, but I'll tell you why I hate cars, cars in general. So this little sensor right here is faulty. This sensor right here is discontinued. You can't find it. I ordered it through Mazda. I've been waiting 10 days for this sensor right here. So I don't like using aftermarket cam positioning sensor because they're always bad. They never get the correct readings. So I ended up looking for the most expensive aftermarket option that I could find, which is this Walker one, and supposedly it works very, very well. So I'm gonna install this. We're gonna put it in there, and hopefully the rough idle on cold starts will finally be resolved. That's pretty much the only thing we're waiting on doing on this car, besides detailing at this point, waxing it, claying it, and then turn it over to Joey. So I'm gonna get this installed. So if you don't know any better, and you're always swapping these with aftermarket cheap units, they go out frequently. So that's why you want to stay OEM, especially with sensors and things like this. It's a Japanese car, so these tend to be okay overall. But in general, you want to get used to just paying whatever these cost OEM as far as sensors go for like European vehicles and stuff. So that's good. We're all complete with that job. I'm going to fire it up, see if it feels any different. It's probably not going to feel any different right now because it only happens on cold start. So unless you drove this car cold, you wouldn't really know it had the rough idle as soon as you turn it on in the morning. Fire it up. Ooh, that idle feels really nice. I think that actually did it. So it's never thrown any kind of check engine code on the car. It just took a little diagnosing and a bunch of research and stuff to know that these particular cars suffer from camshaft positioning sensor failures without codes being thrown. And oftentimes people keep extra ones in their glove box because the replacement is so easy and you don't want to get stranded on the side of the road. So with that being said, the car is idling great. Sounds great. You know what? I'm gonna take a spin around the block. I'll be able to tell right away, actually. right here, take out the... There we go. So that's the finished product of the 2000 Mazda Miata with 50,000 miles. So came out great. Just finished detailing it, and the customer will come pick this up the day after tomorrow. So that's the way we finished it. Came out absolutely great. Let me know what your thoughts are on this. Again, we specifically acquired this for our customer. Joey, if you see this video, man, hope you really enjoy this car. And then for here, I wanted to drop the top for you guys. This is where this car really shines. So the reason you buy a Miata is to drop that top, enjoy yourself, have a fun driving experience. And man, these days, $37 fills up the tank on this car. So you literally make money driving this thing around. So, and you can see how the color shifts. It's a very, very dark green. So at night it'll look black, and then when in direct sunlight, it's a really nice deep emerald green. All right, so there she goes, guys. That's a 2000 Mazda Miata with 50,000 miles that we picked up for Joey. If you guys like this video or videos like this, make sure you guys follow along. I own a private car dealer here in Southern California, so anything you're looking for, I'll make sure to get it done. Make sure I go through all the maintenance and everything before we turn those keys over to you. But with that being said, guys, that's the end of this video. We'll see you here on the next one. All right, so here we are. We're gonna hop in. Let's get on out of here. All right, and I guess while we're here, we'll give you a quick recap of exactly what was done to this car from start to finish. Now, anytime I get a car, I like to do a full detail, clean the thing up. Usually it ends up going in like multiple stages, like 2 or 3 stages, just because I like to get the car as clean as possible. And when you do multiple stages, you can just kind of focus on what's most important, right? And so you can focus on this, you know, just the interior, the carpet, removing the seats. And then after that, you can focus on the paint, polishing, detailing, things like that. But when I first got this car, so it was missing this entire center section right here. So it didn't have the center console, it didn't have a radio, and this was all just bare. But I wasn't worried about that. I knew that that could be replaced or fixed very easily. Not that big of a deal. So that was all done. We wanted just the regular singled in dash radio, so that's what we did instead of the doubled in. Just because it's a convertible, we don't want to draw too much attention. So everything was detailed in here. This was completely removed and washed. The top was reconditioned and cleaned up. Behind the seats, all those carpets were cleaned. Seats were out so that we can get really deep. Let's see, anything. That's it as far as the interior. And then it's got a Bose sound system. So music sounds really nice in the car. And let's talk about some of this maintenance. So as you can see, the engine is pretty clean. So for such low miles, it's actually pretty impressive. Now let me tell you a couple things that needed to be done on this car, and some issues that are prone to Miatas in general. So number one, brand new spark plug wires. So that was done. I was chasing a drop in idle at cold start, and essentially cold start only, and you know, within 2-3 minutes of driving the car, if you came to a stop, the car would just stall out. So when you experience those kind of problems on this Miata, there's a few different things that it can be, and this is based on previous experience that I've had with these cars. Now, the car didn't throw any check engine lights. It's never thrown a check engine light, so it was a little difficult to figure out exactly why the car was stalling out. So first, this sensor right here, I could tell was replaced in the past, so I didn't know if it was a good quality sensor or not. So we replaced the cam positioning sensor. That did not help us in this particular instance. And then next, we have an idle air control valve, which is on the bottom of the throttle body. I was suspecting that that was the issue. When I removed this, I noticed that it was brand new. So I still cleaned it out, and after I cleaned it out, I was getting just such a terrible idle, almost like this wasn't working correctly. Now, the idle air control valve, I'm gonna talk to you in just a moment longer, but that's kind of where I left it. But when I removed the throttle body, I noticed that the gasket that's between the intake manifold and the throttle body, it was broken over on the right side. So I was thinking, maybe, you know, unmetered air is getting through there and causing it to stall out. Nope, that wasn't it. Well, actually, it could have been it, because I don't exactly know what it was, but I think I know what it was. So I put a brand new gasket in it, put everything back on. It was good to go. And then same thing, car was stalling out. And then I'm like, man, why is it stalling out only on cold starts, right? So then there's a sensor back here, which is the coolant temp sensor. So let's see if I can get in there. There it is. You can see the gold sensor back there. So I replaced the coolant temp sensor because that sensor sends a signal directly to the ECU to let the engine or the ECU know how much gas to compensate, how much fuel to compensate. That was not it either. So I finally got a replacement idle air control valve right here. Now, these are very difficult to find. I was trying to get an OEM one, but no matter where I went and where I tried to get it, I even went to a few different junkyards to try to source it, could not find it. So I ended up putting an aftermarket unit, right? Once I put the aftermarket unit, man, this thing started running pretty good, but it just was not quite there yet, and it was starting to be a little frustrating, right? And then, so I was messing with the, so this right here is to set idle. Now, what ended up having to happen is you have to go to this diagnostic box right here, and you have to jump this port right here, and then the second one from the top, so that you can set base idle. Now, the reason I'm saying set base idle is because when you jump that, it takes the computer out of it, and then you can just set the throttle or the RPM based on the throttle body itself without having to get the computer in on anything, right? So once I set base idle, put everything back, and I matched the two. I matched the base idle with the electronic idle, and after that, she purred like a kitten. Now, I think it was a mixture of two things. It was for sure the idle air control valve, and then after that, because I was already messing with this previously, I ended up setting base idle again, and man, did that do the trick. So other than that, those are the new parts that are on the car. She's in great, phenomenal shape. Oh, we replaced the radiator as well, I forgot. So I put a brand new radiator in there, that way there's no issues with the cooling system, and that's pretty much the way she's looking. So this car right here we sourced for Joey. He's a customer of ours. He came into the office, we sat down, figured out exactly what he was looking for, and 2 to 3 weeks later, this is what he's getting. He hasn't picked it up yet. He's gonna pick it up here in the next 48 hours, I think on Tuesday. So the day after tomorrow, he's gonna come in and pick it up. But man, did it come out great. So if you guys like videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm always getting into anything. If you guys are looking for a car, I own a private car dealer. That means I'll get a car for you. I'll make sure all the maintenance is all done on the car. That way when you pick it up and I turn the keys over, you don't have to worry about this thing breaking down or having major issues, or worse yet, having to do one repair isn't too bad. But when you buy a used car and now you have 5, 6, 7 repairs, you took it to the mechanic and he's like, all this stuff is wrong, it starts getting pretty expensive. And that's what I like to do, just pretty much get all the maintenance taken care of for my customers. It's not very difficult for me to do brakes and tires and all these types of things because I do it myself. Unless I run out of time, then we go visit my buddy's shop over in Fullerton. It came out phenomenal. I couldn't be happier with the car. So let me know your thoughts on the Mazda Miata. This is an NB Mazda Miata. Oh, you know what? Last thing I forgot to mention. When I first got this car, it threw a code for a pre-cat. So we replaced the pre-cat on it. So it's got a brand new upper catalytic converter right here. And pretty much that's all she wrote. So let me know what you guys think if you're into stuff like this. I wasn't a huge fan of Miatas until the last couple Miatas that I've sold, and I've had people come in and request these cars, and man, do I have a lot of fun in them. So but all right, essentially that's where we're leaving the video, guys. Beautiful Mazda Miata with 50,000 miles. You won't find it. There we go. So that's the last time we're gonna see the Miata right there. So later, Joey. Yeah. All right, guys, so that's essentially where we end this video. Joey just picked up his car. You saw him roll out and it's officially over. If you guys are looking for any specific cars, reach on out. We're always available. We're located in Los Angeles, Orange County, and we also ship cars nationwide. So if you're looking for something very clean, very specific, reach on out. My name is Eric, private car dealer here in Southern California. We'll get you taken care of each and every time.